When you watch batting videos by cricket coaches, including ours, we always show you how to score against bad moves. But that leaves one big question. How do we score off of good length deliveries? Well, luckily, in this video, we'll be covering exactly that. How you or anyone can look to get some runs against good length deliveries. So firstly, what a good length is. A good length in general is any ball that makes you question if you should be going forward or back to it. A rough guide will be any ball that finishes between 5 centimeters below bail height and 10 centimeters above bail height. This means that a good length technically can change depending on pitch conditions and the release point.
It's just because he's got an orangutan arm.
Shut up. Now that we know what a good length delivery is, we can finally get into the meat and potatoes of this video, and that is how to score off of good length deliveries. We can split this into 3 different sections. Number 1, the power play. Number 2, the middle overs. And finally, number 3, the death. So let's start off with section number 1, the power play. When it comes to the power play, we need to realize that there will only be 2 fielders outside of the ring. So our strike rotation opportunities are extremely limited. But that doesn't necessarily mean difficult. There are 2 main areas that we can look to exploit when it comes to good length deliveries. The first area is between point and cover, and the second area is square on the leg side. The second one obviously being the more dangerous option. To exploit the area between point and cover, we need simply to defend the ball late with nice soft hands, and you can choose if you want to do it on the front foot or off of the back foot. The important thing is to make sure that your head gets into the line of the ball, play with a nice straight bat, and that you wait for the ball to come to you. Once you push at the ball, it becomes so much more difficult just because you will inevitably defend the ball too hard. Now that we have covered the safe option, we have to look at option number 2, square on the leg side. Here we'll look to wait for a ball that is angling in towards leg stump. Again, leading with your head, having a nice straight bat, and waiting for the ball. Here the key focus point is to make sure your stride length isn't too big. If it is too big, you'll struggle to get room for your hands to have access to the ball, and you might play around your front pad, leading to a possible RBW. Once you have made contact, you can drop your wrist slightly to get it more square. Moving on to our boundary options. Here we are also extremely limited. We basically have one safer option through the offside and one more dangerous option through the leg side. For our safer option, we're looking to play a back foot punch, but more of a check punch, as we want to stay as tight and as compact as possible. As with any good cricket shot, make sure to get your head into line with the ball. From here you have to stay nice and side on and look to play the ball with decent acceleration through the contact point. Important to note that although this is our boundary option, more often than not you'll probably only get 2 runs, but that is still an amazing result. As for our option over the leg side, this one is extremely dangerous. So be careful and know what you are getting yourself into if you commit to playing the shot. Here we'll look to pick the ball up with an angle bat over the mid-wicket area. The reason this is so dangerous is that your judgment has to be inch perfect. Any less than that and you'll get a top edge, leading you to enjoy yourself next to the field. Do you all want to help us make a power play on the YouTube algorithm? Please consider leaving us a like on the video and consider subscribing. We want to try and hit 100k by the end of the year. Let's make it happen together. Now that we have successfully got ourselves through the power play, we have to know what we can do against good length deliveries in the middle over section. All of the shots we looked at in section 1 are extremely viable here, so we will simply look to add a few extra options. During the middle over period, the field will get spread a bit more, opening up some more strike rotation options. Here we'll add 3 more areas, down to third man, too long off potentially, and too long on potentially as well. Rotation down to third man is one of the most important strike rotation shots in the modern game, and every single batter needs to have it in their batting arsenal. So to successfully score in this area, you need to get your head towards the line of the ball and look to play it extremely late with an angled bat, making sure to hit down on the ball. We want to make contact in line or almost behind the line of our back hip. The most important thing to us is that you play down on the ball. This gives us the safety required to play the shot with confidence. When we hit down, we are using the full face of the bat, compared to when we hit sideways, only giving us a partial section of the bat face to hit the ball with. Next up, looking at both the long on and long off caps. Yeah, it is extremely basic. All you want to do is play a check drive or push, making sure to get up and over the ball, hitting more underneath your eyes, keeping your shape and staying side on. We really don't want to force these shots, as this could lead to us chipping the ball and possibly getting caught by the bowler. We want to get caught by the bowler. Getting into our boundary options. With the field being spread, it's almost a suicidal attempt to try and force a boundary off of a good length delivery. But it is possible. Realistically, during the middle overs, we could ideally want to take the game deep and look to rotate strike every ball unless a true boundary opportunity presents itself. But that would be a bad ball. Same as with section 1, we'll have to look to pick the ball up with a cross bat, flat over mid-wicket to target a possible gap between long on and deep square. Here it becomes a tiny bit safer as the ball is a bit older and hopefully bounces and moves a little bit less. Since we're on boundary options, let's move straight to section 3, the death overs. All of our strike rotation options remain exactly the same. The only difference here is the fielders will hang on the ring, so you can pretty much run whenever you want, within reason. In the death overs, we want to capitalize on the good foundation we have set. So here we are going to target the boundary and risk versus reward almost disappears out of the window. There are 3 more great ways in which we can score a boundary off of a good length delivery. Number 1 is the scoop shot. The good thing here is all you have to do is get bat on ball. The speed of the bowler should make it carry over the fielder. Some key points are that you need to have full commitment. You have to make sure to force yourself as low as possible and go fetch the ball. By doing this, we get a good angle with the bat, which will add to the success rate of this shot. Our second to last option is the reverse of option number 1, and that is the reverse scoop. We have seen Joe Root pull this off quite a few times recently, even in Test cricket, so it is quite versatile. The same things apply as with the scoop. Get nice and low, go and fetch the ball, commit fully, and make sure to get some contact with the ball. Our final boundary option, and the one that makes you feel the best, is advancing down to the seamer and hitting them straight over the top for a 6. This is completely premeditated, so make sure to start advancing as the bowler is about to release the ball. If you advance too late, you won't have time to play the shot well. After you're advanced, make sure to keep your head nice and still. Shift that weight forward through the point of contact, have a full swing all the way from the back to the front and fully commit to the shot. There are no half shots here. Hopefully, if you did everything well, you'll be rewarded with a big 6. Thank you for watching this video. A massive thanks to the following members who support this channel: Ray, Aaron, Zelia, Vineet, Hammer, Stanio, Lima, Rajesh and Manalisi. If you want to learn how to score off of Yorkers, click on this video. We'll see you right there.